So, Luka Doncic just made his Olympic debut for Slovenia against Argentina, and it did not disappoint. One of the best Olympic performances of all time, I'm pretty sure. He was just incredible all night, just everything you would want from a Luka Doncic performance with teammates who, they're obviously good basketball players, but he was the only NBA player on the roster, I believe, and yeah, he was just absolutely incredible. Had 31 points at halftime and finished the game with 48 points. And he could have had more if it wasn't such a blowout for Slovenia. They took him out with like 5-6 minutes left. He could have beaten the Olympic record of 55. 11 rebounds, 62% field goal percentage, and 6 for 14 from three. Also had a few assists and wasn't being selfish at all. I thought made plenty of great passes, especially in the second half. But to start it off, it was really just the threes that were dropping. He had like three threes in like the first 3 minutes. He had one where he sidestepped into the corner for a nice three, had a classic Luka step back from the left wing, and then had one where I don't know if it was a pick and roll or it was just a bit of a miscommunication from the defense or a lack of urgency from the Argentinian defense, and Luka found himself pretty open around, it was at the top of the key, but it was a few feet behind the 3 point line, and then he just hit that. And obviously, those shots are very makeable shots for Luka, and when his three is falling, he's nearly unstoppable. And then also, like, the international 3 point line is a bit shorter than the NBA one, so he's more comfortable and can shoot from 3-4 feet behind the line. After the threes, I thought did a good job of balancing the threes with getting inside and using his incredible touch for floaters and runners and little hooks. And yeah, that was a lot of it. Very impressive, and very impressive how he's able to get inside and finish inside with him being pretty much the entire focus of the defense. He actually also had three putbacks, which was pretty incredible. Three offensive rebounds where he just put the ball back for a layup, which, sometimes we forget Luka is like 6'7" plus. He's pretty heavy and he can throw his weight around and can definitely play some bully ball. And he was also showing that tonight, which, it'll be interesting to see if he can do more of that in the NBA. I do like it when he posts up, and he did have a few post ups in this game because if he has a smaller defender, like he had Campazzo on him a few times, or, just a defender who isn't as strong as him, he can really back him down. And then once he gets in the paint, he always makes the right decision, whether it's hitting a big man for a dunk or kicking out for three or, up for a layup, going up strong or fading away. Had a nice few post fades on his few post ups. And yeah, just so many ways he can score. He also got to the free throw line a few times. I know in international basketball, they're a bit less willing to give those ticky-tack NBA fouls, but, drawing shooting fouls and that sort of thing. He had a nice and one on the inside in the first quarter. So yeah, just very good scoring. His scoring was on display. And then he was also throwing good passes, had two lobs, one in transition, just right where only the big man can get it. Had a few nice slip passes in the pick and roll. Had that really nice behind the back in the pick and roll, and also just kick out for threes, making the smart pass when he gets doubled or when he's on the drive and draws extra attention. And to be fair, his Slovenian teammates were hitting their threes, just catch and shoot. They had a few in transition, and that's how you score a lot of points in an NBA or an Olympic game these days. And yeah, they're really hitting their threes, and that's also sort of how they survived without Luka on the floor, which will be important for them for future games. Though it is only a 40-minute game. Luka, if it had been a close game, he would have played like 35, 36 minutes tonight. So, I think he can play most of the game, but his teammates hitting threes is definitely massive, because if they're not, then you can honestly like quadruple team Luka, just let anyone else shoot, but they were making the threes. Yeah, had to throw up a few bad threes, which, is sort of natural when you're the number one option, the primary ball handler. A few times he would start off ball, which I don't mind. That's how he got a few of those post ups. But, the his teammates take a while to get it up past the half court line to get into the offense, and then by the time he gets it, there's like 9 seconds on the shot clock, and he's being like doubled and trapped, and he can't always move it, and sometimes he moves it and gets it back, and he's not quite open, and then has to take a bad three. Also had a few step backs that he just missed, which, you know, that happens. He shoots probably a good enough percentage on those to keep taking them. Yeah, some nice passes too. Had like two blocks too, which, you know, doing it all, had the 11 rebounds and the two blocks. One of them was like a block on a closeout on a three, and another one was one inside, one like a block you see Rudy Gobert makes. He just, guy went up and he stuffed him, which, yeah, I mean, really a complete game from Luka tonight. Yeah, also had a few mid range in the second half. He was a bit less aggressive, a bit more willing to pass. Also thought Argentina were like, okay, stop it, just stop it. You have 31 points. Anyone else? So yeah, he was absolutely cooking tonight. I don't know if I have to say any more about his performance. Maybe one thing is there's been a lot of talk about who's going to be the face of the NBA, or is Giannis the face of the NBA, or yeah, like who's going to be the face of the NBA when LeBron and Steph and KD retire. And I think it might be Luka, because, you know, I stayed up pretty late to watch Luka, and it was definitely worth it. And he's just so skilled with the passing and the touch. And then if the step back three keeps falling, I mean, it's just honestly scary. I hope the Mavericks this offseason, either Porzingis turns into that number two star who can play alongside him, or they trade for one or get for one in free agency, because Luka is ready to win now, and he is such a good player. And then if we talk about Slovenia's chances in the Olympics, obviously Team USA hasn't looked too good. They lost to France today. In their group, they have Spain and Japan, so I think they can definitely at least finish second and beat Japan, or even top it and beat Spain. And then, you know, from there, if you have Luka, you have a chance. I don't think their roster is as good as some of the other whether it be France or Spain or Australia or the US. But, you know, you have Luka, you have a chance. And if they're hitting their threes and Luka's playing well, I mean, they weren't great defensively, but, you know, they definitely have a chance. If I do give a prediction, very uneducated, I don't know, maybe a semifinal loss. And yeah, I still think like if there's better teams, but as I said, Luka is very good, and you know, he's not like the best player in the Olympics, as in KD is a better player, but I think he's the best player at the Olympics because of the fact that like KD isn't probably best utilized in the Team USA, but Luka is when he's the number one guy with everything running through him, and he has the confidence and the green light. So, yeah, amazing performance by Luka Doncic, 48 points, and we'll see what he does for the rest of the Olympics. I'm certainly excited to watch him some more. But anyways, thanks for watching this video, guys. Sorry about the poor audio. Leave a like, subscribe to this channel for more NBA content with better audio, and I'll see you guys next time.